something. Which lessons did you take? Did you take class number 3 or you didn't take class number 3, by the way?
This is my number three.
Ah, question. Okay, good. No problem. I'm going to teach you class number 3 and class number 4. So basically you can go ahead and catch up. Okay, let me ask you something before we start. Where do you live in the city? In which part of the city do you live?
Uh, uh, what to say that?
Barrio.
Colina,
A neighborhood. In Colina neighborhood.
the neighborhood is close because this is the Boyacá Street
Uh-huh.
with 170 something.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I love that area. I really love that area. You're in a very good location. Oh wow. Yeah, and how's your family? You said your family is there. All the families there. That's great, man. Facing the coronavirus, you know?
It's too wow. It's crazy for the whole world. Is crazy because the people don't see that with the internet. I don't know say what I can say because I don't know. My father and my mother they are in Cucuta.
Okay.
For them, my father is whatever. What happens like that? Don't worry. But my mom is very
Scared?
scared because this is very important to care about the coronavirus.
Absolutely, absolutely. I completely understand. Okay, so let's pray a little bit and let's say God bless all people in the world, all around the world. God bless our families and God bless everyone here. And I hope they can find the cure. I hope they can find the vaccine. And man, yeah, I can see you right now. Hello. I hope they can find the vaccine and everything. Somebody in the meeting, the current meeting. Okay. Yes, I hope we can find that one. Miguel Simon. Who is Miguel Simon? I don't think we have. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with our lesson today, which is about city problems, right? Did you study this lesson, Milton, or you didn't?
No, I can't.
Oh, you couldn't, right? You can't or you couldn't in the past. You can't. City problems. So we're gonna start with a little bit of basically of vocabulary. Hold on, I'm just gonna go back here, and I'm going to open my share. Okay, can you please share Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So we're gonna go here with compound nouns. So in English we have a little bit of vocabulary. This is called subway or subway entrance. Can you pronounce subway
Oh wait.
or subway entrance?
So wait.
That's right. So a compound noun is basically two words, subway plus entrance. A subway entrance means this one in Spanish. So we have some compound nouns in the city. For example, we have bicycle lane. Can you say that?
That's the name. Yeah.
Yeah, next one, how did you pronounce this?
Traffic sign.
Traffic sign. Next one,
Traffic sign.
yes, traffic sign. This is a
Fire station.
fire station, and this is
Stand.
news stand. Continue.
Stand. Parking garage.
Parking garage. Yeah, we got a parking garage right here, and then we have the subway.
Away train.
Okay, this is called.
Taxi stand.
Yeah, that is correct.
Blue lights.
Street light. So what about this one?
Traffic jam.
Traffic jam, and the last one that we have is.
District.
That's right. So we have here an exercise, Milton, when you can find basically compound nouns. So we have one and two. So the first one is called telephone. Telephone. I'm going to help you with the first one, and you're going to help me with the second one. Telephone, and what is the next word? Telephone officer, telephone booth, telephone lights, telephone sign.
Telephone street.
Telephone stop. Uh, Telephone. What is that? Excuse me.
Telephone street.
Yes. Well, actually, the correct one is called telephone telephone booth. Right. That's how we call it in English.
Ah,
Telephone booth. Okay. That is the first one. Telephone booth. Okay. So I'm going to clear it up. Clear all the ones that we have. Okay. The next one is. Do you know what that is? That is called telephone
stop
police
sign. Stop.
bus. Did you
Maybe
say?
bus,
Uh-huh. Bus.
bus sign or bus stop.
Bus stop is correct. Bus stop is perfect. So I'm going to open a new notepad here. I'm going to open a notepad. And the first one, excuse me, the first one that we have was, just a second. I'm going to put it here. Telephone, just a second, please. Okay, so that one was telephone booth. Okay, the second one was bus stop. The next one says street. What do you think? Street officer, street boss, street light, street sign, or street stop?
Maybe lights or stop.
Wait a second.
Light.
Street lights, that's right. Okay, street. Hold on a second. Street lights. Yes, street lights. Police. Well, police. What could be the police one?
Police officer.
Yeah, we got a police officer. And the next one says traffic.
Traffic stop or sign.
Traffic sign. That is correct. Traffic sign. And the last one was telephone booth. Right. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is correct. We're going to use the modal verb should. Okay, so do you have any questions so far? Good. Just a second, please. I'm going to turn my light on. Okay, so basically we have the modal verb should. So should means this one. Debería, right? We should study for our English exams, right? Should is not mandatory. So can you give me an example with should? For example, we should or I should what?
To stay at home this weekend.
Yeah, that is correct. Okay, we should study at home this weekend. What if I'm going to give you one problem and you're going to give me one should? I have a terrible headache. I have a terrible headache. Yes, I have a terrible headache. I have a terrible headache. So what should I do?
You don't say what you mean.
Excuse me?
I don't know. I don't have. What they mean?
Oh, the headache. The pronunciation is called headache. Of course, and I can teach you what is this about. Okay, so headache. So this is a headache. I have a terrible headache. Look. Oh, ouch. Headache. Okay, so I have a terrible headache. So what should I do? What is your advice for me to do? So you should what?
Maybe you should go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Maybe you should take a Advil maybe.
Yeah, take an aspirin. Yes, I think it's not a good idea to go to the doctor in these days, and you know, nah. Okay, yes, that's right. Okay, so we have here there should be, for example, there should be. So should we have? Let's go ahead and go over the list. The first one that we studied was should. The next one is there should be. There should be. Let me see if I can increase my there should be. Okay, let's see here. there should be, right? There should be. So in this case, the first one you say, you should, you should go to the doctor. Now, there should be means this one. This one. There should be more free English webs, yes, for you to practice your English. So can you give me an example with there should be?
should be more hospital,
More hospitals, that's right. There should be more hospitals. Absolutely, absolutely. There should be.
more parties.
Oh, yeah, that is a city problem actually. That's one of the city problems that we have this time. That there are not enough parking or public parkings, you know. The next one that we have is can you tell me? So, can you tell me is the next one. Can you tell me? So, the example that we have here is can you tell me the time, please? So, Milton, can you tell me the time, please? What time is it?
6 o'clock. The time is 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Right. Can you tell me the time, please? Yeah, that's correct. So can you give me an example with can?
When is the this class?
Can you tell me where the next class is, right? Can you tell me when the next class is? Right, as you can see here, Milton, the is goes at the end. But al final, can you tell me? Because this is an indirect question. Can you tell me when the next class is? Or this is indirect. So indirect is going to be like, can you tell me uh, when is the next class? Is that is incorrect. Can you tell me when the next class is? That is the correct one. And when you tell me when is the next class is incorrect. Okay, you cannot say that. Questions, Milton? Okay, good.
Okay, that's all.
Great, thank you. So the next one is could. So the pronunciation is could, no could. It is incorrect. Could, like this. Could.
Cool.
Yes, could. That's right. Could. Yeah, just a second. I think I need to. Okay, good. Could. So that is the pronunciation. Could. Okay, could you tell me the time, please? Could you tell me your name, please? Could you tell me? Can you give me an example with could you tell me?
Could you tell me or could you give me please the class?
Can you tell me the class?
Us, the class.
Ah, good. The glass. Yeah, I understand the glass. Okay, very good. Very good. So we have some exercises here, Milton, and I want you to please take a look at this one. The first, we have an example. This is the example. Look at this. We have basically this one as an example. This one says, there are too many cars in Buenos Aires, and it says fewer. There should be, look, there should be fewer cars in Buenos Aires, which means there should be fewer cars in Buenos Aires. Menos carros, right? There should be fewer cars in Buenos Aires. Okay, so the next one says that this is your example. This is para ti. Where is the botanical garden in New York? So this is going to be an indirect. So can you just go ahead and ask me the question? But 1 second, I'm going to give you the remote control. I'm going to give you remote control. Okay, you're here. Milton, you can write it there. You can write. So where's the botanical garden in New York? With could you? Okay, go ahead. Write it on your computer, please. Can you tell me where? Don't worry. Let me help you. One moment, please. Could you tell me where the botanical?
I press the control.
Just one moment, please. I'm going to give you the control again. Remote control. Give it the mouse. Okay. Go.
Nope. No, I don't have one.
Okay, really? Okay. Now you have it. No? Can you do it? Can you try? Can you try again, please?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That is correct. Could you tell me where the botanical garden is? So
Oh,
look the botanical garden, or so we're going to
that.
botanical garden. One moment, please.
Capital B.
Botanical garden. Go ahead. So you want me to botanical guard? Go ahead. Do it. You do it. You are in. Uh huh. Very good. Could you tell me where the botanical garden in New York is?
Oh, okay.
Very good. So, Milton, you did it absolutely perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Could you tell me where the botanical garden in New York is? Is that a dog or a cat?
My cat.
Oh, you have a cat. Congratulations. That's good. Oh, hello. All right. Is a cat or a kitty?
It's a cat because she's 12 years old.
She's 4 years old. Okay, good. Very good. Okay, let's go ahead and continue with the exercise number 2. There isn't enough public parking here. So, what do you think? Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good reason, Milton. So, can you tell me what the solution is? What can you tell me about this? But now, speaking, ahora hablando, tell me, there isn't enough public parking here, more garages. So, what is the answer here?
So we
There should be
more, there should be more public garage or more public parking.
more public parkings or public garage, right? Right, there should be more public parkings. That's right. There should be more public parkings. Let me change this color to a black one. There should be more public parking. Yeah, that is correct. The next one, the next one that we have here is what time does the last train leave? So, can you just go ahead with this question? Can you?
I would say 10 o'clock to Wuhan.
Can you repeat that, please? I couldn't understand. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. Can you tell me?
That means uh,
When? Yes?
what time is the last time to Wuhan?
What time the last train leaves? Leaves to? What is the last the last part I couldn't hear. I'm sorry. The last time leaves it like this?
Wuhan, Wuhan. where is the coronavirus?
Ah, you hang. Okay, well, yeah. We don't want to go there. No, 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 no. Okay. So, can you tell me what time the last train leaves? Or at what time the last train leaves? You can actually have these options. At what time the last train leaves? That is correct, Milton. Very good job. Very, very good job. Remember, the last train leaves because it's third person, right? It's third person. Okay, the last train leaves.
Forget that.
Questions?
No, no, no. I forget the is because it's practice because I don't practice a lot.
Ah, yes, because it's third person. Yeah, it's been maybe a long time. So the next question says, when does Mr. Help come back? So can you just go ahead and tell me? Could you? This one. When does Mr. Help come back?
Could, could you tell me when? Oh, it's the same. The answer or the other question?
It's another question. It's another way to ask this question. Could you tell me when
The head come back.
Mr. Help come back? So could you tell me when Mr. Help comes back? Because it's third person comes back, right? Here you have the auxiliary does. Let me just spotlight. Here you have does, and here you don't have does. Could you tell me when Mr. Help comes back? Okay, so basically that's it. Could you tell me when Mr. Help comes back? Very good, Milton. You did a great job. Number 5. We need fewer buses and cars downtown. So what could be an answer here?
There should, there should be
Yes.
less buses and cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In Bogotá or
Or downtown or in Bogota or wherever, man. Yeah. So that is correct. There should be less buses and cars downtown. Yeah, that was really good. Congratulations. You did it absolutely perfect. There should be less traffic, or there should be less buses and cars downtown. Okay, great. That is correct. Let's continue. Let's continue with our English class. So here we have few buses, and it rains. So I'm going to just go ahead and just to okay, just a second, please. Let me share. Just a second. So I'm going to go ahead and play the audio, and we're going to read it together. Okay. So there are some people talking about the weather condition, and there are not buses coming up. Just a second, it's just loading up. Okay, we are ready to go.
Why is there never a bus when you want one?
Good question.
One
There aren't
moment,
enough
please.
buses on this route.
Sometimes I feel
I'm going to adjust the volume. Okay. So I think is okay. Please let me know if you can hear properly.
Why is there never a bus when you want one?
Good question. There aren't enough buses on this route.
Sometimes I feel like writing a letter to the paper.
Good idea. You should say that we need more subway lines, too.
Yeah, there should be more public transportation in general.
And fewer cars. There's too much traffic.
Say, is that our bus coming?
Yes, it is. But look, it's full.
Oh no. Let's go and get a cup of coffee. We can talk about this letter I'm going to write.
Okay.
Why is there never a bus when you want one?
Okay, so please, do you want to be Sonia or do you want to be Mark?
Repeat the question, please.
Sure. Do you want to be Sonia? Let's go ahead and read it.
Ah,
So-
don't worry for me.
okay.
Don't worry.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
it's okay.
Okay, let's go ahead, Sonia.
Okay. Why is there never a bus when you want one?
Okay, so the pronunciation is bus. Why is there never a bus?
Yeah, bus.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, it's okay, man. Good question. There aren't enough buses on this route.
Sometimes I feel like writing a letter to the paper.
Good idea. You should say that we need more subway lines too.
Yeah, there should be more public transportation in general.
And fewer cars. There's too much traffic.
They, oh, say, is
Yes.
that our bus coming? Is
Ye-
that our bus coming?
Yes, it is. But look, it's full.
Oh no, let's go and get a coffee when we can talk about this letter I'm going to write.
That's right. So we have some vocabulary. I feel like eating an ice cream. So this is the translation in Spanish. I feel like speaking English. I feel like watching. All the time with ing. Give me an example with I feel like.
Feel like I feel like cool in this moment.
You feel like cooking?
Cool.
Ah, you feel like yes, like being cold. Being
I'm
cold.
cold.
Yes, being cold. Being cold. Feel like being cold. Oh my god, yeah, it's really cold out there. But are you in your apartment?
Yes.
Okay, great, man. So the next one that we have here is Sonia feels like writing a letter to the paper. Should. You know what should means? You should study more. There should be more buses. Buses, that's the pronunciation. Okay. Now, this is about reading comprehension. There are too many cars but much parking space downtown. There are many cars and fewer parking space. What do you think the problem is?
There are many cars and few parking spaces.
That is correct. Number two. So this one was correct. This one was perfect. Number two. Modern buses are necessary in the city. They need more buses downtown.
They need more buses like that.
They do need more buses downtown. Okay. Number three. Buses in their city are uncomfortable and not modern. Their buses are very old but comfortable.
Oh, maybe the buses are very old but comfortable.
Yes, but in this case, buses in their city are uncomfortable and not modern. Their buses are very old but comfortable. Yeah, depends on. It depends on. Let's see here. Fewer cars. So let me see. More
It's
public.
about is full.
Yes, but it doesn't say. We can go about this later.
More information.
That's right. That's right. Okay, and number four, it says they should ban buses downtown. They should ban private cars downtown. So ban is a restriction, like they can prohibit something. That is a ban. So what do you think the answer is? So if you are the
What you talking about that bank?
yes,
What the name?
ban is basically hold on. Ban, oh, just a second. Ban is a restriction. Ban is a restriction. For example, pico y placa is a ban. That is a ban. So in Bogota, we have a ban when your cars end in an even number or, for example, we are over a restriction or a ban these days. We can go out to the streets, you know. So in this case, Milton, the answer is there. They should ban private cars downtown because the traffic is terrible because there are so many cars downtown. So they shouldn't ban that one. Okay. Good. Do you have any questions so far? Good. Let's go ahead with adverse of frequency. Okay. So let's go ahead and listen to the next audio, which is adverse of frequency. Adverse of frequency. Okay. Let's go.
Adverbs of quantity
Of quantity, excuse me.
with countable nouns.
There are too many cars.
There aren't enough buses.
We need more subway lines.
There should be fewer cars.
With uncountable nouns.
There's too much traffic.
There isn't enough parking.
We need more public transportation.
There should be less pollution.
Adverbs of quantity.
Okay, good. So let's go ahead and read this one. Milton, let's go ahead and do that. Hold on a second. So we're gonna go with this. Can you read this one?
There are too many cars.
And this?
There are enough buses.
Bases. Next one says,
No subway lines.
that's correct.
There should be fewer cars.
That is correct. So that is uncountable. Too many, enough, more, and fewer. So you can count them out. But we also have uncountable nouns, for example, traffic, parking, transportation, and pollution. Let's go ahead and read this one.
So much traffic.
Next one says,
It's enough parking.
and the next one says,
Or public transportation.
okay, so what is the pronunciation here? Is it public or public?
Public.
Very good. We need more public transportation. And basically the last one says,
There should be less pollution.
yes, pollution is affecting the planet. It is affecting the planet, right? Okay, so I think we need to, after this virus, we have to be very conscious about what we're doing. Yes, brother. Okay, so we have
You know about in Venecia, the people see the dolphins.
oh, really?
No? Ah, the people saw dolphins yesterday in Venecia. Maybe 50 years ago, don't saw that.
Imagine, we are a terrible virus. So we call it in English Venice.
Oh, babies.
In Venice.
Sorry.
In Venice. And they said, no, it's okay, man. That's what I'm here for. Okay, great. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm really happy. Well, we need to take a break in our lives. We need a short break. We need to reflect. We need to be more conscious about our planet. We need to be more conscious about everything that we did. So yeah, that is basically kind of okay. We need to be conscious about everything. Okay, let's go with this exercise, my friend, and let's see what's going on here. There are too much, fewer, too many police officers in the street of Buenos Aires. Remember, countable.
Police officers.
Excuse me. Fewer. Did you say fewer?
Fewer.
Okay, very good. Yeah, there are fewer. There are fewer. This one. There are fewer police officers in the state of Buenos Aires. Okay, next one. Number two. There should there should be.
There should be fewer cars in Mexico. Yeah.
That is correct. Fewer. There should be fewer cars in Mexico. DF. Number three.
There isn't enough public transportation. Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
Yes, that is correct. Enough. Suficiente. There isn't enough public transportation in Panama. Number four. The governments
Government needs to buy new build, right? I
to
cannot say
build. Yes. Build means basically this in Spanish. Build.
yeah. I know. But the pronunciation is very different.
The pronunciation is build.
There.
Yeah. So the government needs to build
Or highways in the city.
in the cities. That's right. Let's go with number five. There should be
To be
sorry. Can you hear?
less noise in Santiago.
That's right. There should be less noise in Santiago de Chile.
Do you need answer the call?
No, I don't. I don't know. I think it's a teacher that is calling. No, but we are recording the class, so I need to send this video to other students in the console. So it is not a good option to pick up the telephone at the moment. No problem.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you very much for asking. I appreciate that. Okay, so next one says,
We should have more public parking garage in the city.
that's right. So we call it public. Remember, public parking garage.
Public.
Yes, public parking garage in Venezuela.
Public parking garage.
Okay. Sorry, he's insisting on the call. Next one says, sorry, there is air pollution in New York and Paris.
Enough air pollution in the public parking.
That's right, too much air pollution in New York and too much. Yes, there is too much air
The
pollution.
is bad.
Yes, bro. It's a lot of pollution here in New York and in Paris. Okay, number 8.
What do you know our address? Let's go.
Nowadays. So the means nowadays means these days. Is exactly done nowadays.
Okay, listen.
Yes.
You
That-
pass parking on the street.
That's right. That's right. So it comes here. There are more cars parked on the streets nowadays. Very good job, Milton. You did it absolutely perfect today. I think your English is going really, really good. So we have some problems and solutions. So the problems is basically no places to take children. So what is your solution basically? Is it what could
Build
be?
more parks. Maybe the number 5.
Okay, build more parks. That's right. Okay, dark streets.
The one. Install more instrument.
Install modern street lights. No parking spaces.
The number 6. Build a public parking lot.
Build a public parking garage. Crime.
Number four, few more police officers.
Yeah, so the pronunciation of this one is higher.
What,
Higher.
the, what is the code?
Higher means to contract more police officers. So you
Okay,
can,
okay, okay.
yes. So let's go with, for example, you hire for a new job. For example, they hire you for a new opportunity, a job opportunity. Okay, car accidents.
Okay, the number three is that more traffic lights.
Install more traffic lights and traffic jams. We got a lot of traffic jams.
The number two, we got subway line.
Yeah, that is the only one. This one was absolutely correct. So you got a hard. That was perfect, man. That was good.
Fence,
That was a good one. You got it perfectly. Okay, so we have some vocabulary. Can you pronounce this word
place,
in plural, please?
places,
Very good.
places,
Next one.
guard,
Yes.
spaces, spaces,
Yes. Spaces.
crime,
Crime. Okay.
down,
This one.
food,
This one.
higher,
Perfect. The next one says
park,
park, and this is
public,
going to,
public parking garage.
I'm sorry. Yeah, public parking garage. Okay, so we have another, just one more thing. We have another listening comprehension here, and just one more thing. Let's go here.
Excuse me, could you tell me where the bank is?
There's one upstairs, across from the duty-free shop.
Oh, thanks. Do you know what time it opens?
It should be open now. It opens at 8 a.m.
Good. And can you tell me how often the buses leave for the city?
You need to check at the transportation counter. It's right down the hall.
Okay. And just one more thing. Do you know where the nearest restroom is?
Right behind you, ma'am. See that sign?
Oh, thanks a lot.
Okay, did you understand? Okay, so we're gonna go to the Miami airport, and I'm going to be Diane for this time. Excuse me, could you tell me where the bank is?
It's one of the stars across from the duty-free shop.
Oh, alright. And okay, thanks. And do you know what time it opens?
Should be open now. It opens at 8 o'clock.
Good. And can you tell me how often the bus leave from the city?
You need to check at the transportation counter. It's right down the hall.
Okay, and just one more thing. Do you know where the nearest restroom is?
Right behind you. Ma'am, see that sign?
Oh, thanks a lot. Okay, so ma'am. This is the word in English. We use a lot this word in English. Hello, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am, for everything. Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No.
The British guy?
It's American, super American. In the United States, we use it all the time. But Milton, don't say madam. It is not good to say madam. Okay? It's better to say ma'am. Hello, ma'am. And sir. Hello, sir. Hello, ma'am. Okay, ready for another one? So this one is going to be not at all. And this is a listening comprehension. It's listening. You're not going to listen to it. You're just going to listen to it and you can tell me what it is about. Then we can read it together, okay?
Excuse me, it's me again. I'm sorry. I need some more information, if you don't mind.
Not at all.
Thanks. Do you know how much a taxi costs to the city?
Well, it depends on the traffic, of course. But it usually costs about $40.
$40? I guess I'll take the bus. That means I have almost an hour till the next one. Where could I find an inexpensive restaurant in the airport? Maybe a fast food place?
Go upstairs and turn right. You'll see the snack bar on your left.
Thanks very much. Have a nice day.
You too.
I lose in two sentences the mistake because the way is the, the fast food, I need that word.
Okay, yes, a fast food and expensive restaurant. Okay, let's read it together. So I'm going to be Diane. Excuse me, it's me again. I'm sorry, I need some more information. If you don't mind.
Uh, no, at all. Not at all.
Not at all. Thanks.
Not
Do
at all.
you? Yeah, not at all. Thanks. Do you know how much a taxi costs to the city?
It depends on the traffic, of course. But usually costs about $40.
$40. I guess I'll take a bus. That means I have almost an hour to the next one. Where can I find an inexpensive restaurant in the airport? Maybe a fast food place.
Go upstairs and to right. You do in the snack bar or there.
Oh, thanks very much. Have a nice day. You too, right? Okay, so we have some vocabulary. Let's go, Milton. What's the pronunciation of this?
Upstairs.
And the opposite is?
Upstairs.
Yeah, that's correct. Upstairs, downstairs. This one, let's pronounce it. And the other one is? Opposite. Yes, across from or opposite. So, how often, for example, how often do you study English?
One time for me.
Yeah, once time per week, and you need to, but you need to keep practicing during your weekdays, you know, to be in contact with movies.
This moment is a wow, I don't have more time.
I appreciate your time. I know you don't have enough time, but thank you very much for that. Okay, the nearest, the closest. Can you repeat that? Can the nearest? That's right. This one, Milton,
Don't mind.
or
Don't care.
okay. Next one says
Not at all.
or,
Not at all. No problem.
and this one, please. How?
Much
Okay.
depends on.
It depends on. No, it depends of is incorrect. All the time we say depends on the weather, depends on the delay. Okay. The next one says
I think
or.
possible.
That's right. This one is called an expensive
See?
or affordable. Yes, affordable. Indirect questions. Let's go with the next part, which is going to be indirect questions. And let's do it right now. Indirect questions.
Indirect questions from WH questions. WH questions with B.
Where is the bank?
Where's the taxi stand?
Indirect questions.
Could you tell me where the bank is?
Do you know where the taxi stand is?
WH questions with do or did.
How often do the buses leave for the city?
When did flight 566 arrive?
What time does the duty-free shop open?
Indirect questions.
Can you tell me how often the buses leave for the city?
Do you know when flight 566 arrived?
Do you know what time the duty-free shop opens?
Very good. So we are about to finish. Do you have any questions with indirect questions? For example, where the taxi stand is. Do you know where the taxi stand is? Could you tell me where the bank is?
Because in the practice because the AC they have
Yeah, it's about practice. Okay, so in this case, we have only a listening exercise, and this is going to be another. Please write down these questions because we have four questions. Okay, the first question: where does Kim live? In an apartment downtown, in an apartment in the suburbs. Second, what does he complain about? There's a much crime. There's a lot of traffic. Three, what does Dan complain about? Nothing ever really happens where he lives. It's not really quiet where he lives. And number four, what does Kim suggest Dan? The trade places one weekend to move downtown. Okay, so we're gonna go with this listening. Listening. This is going to be here. Listening test.
Where do you live, Kim?
I live in an apartment downtown.
Oh, that's convenient. But how much crime is there?
Sorry.
Not much, but there is a lot of traffic. I can't.
Where do you live, Kim?
I live in an apartment downtown.
Oh, that's convenient. But how much crime is there?
Not much, but there is a lot of traffic. I can't stand the noise sometimes. Where do you live?
I have a house in the suburbs.
Oh, I bet it's really quiet. But is there much to do there?
No, not much. In fact, nothing ever really happens. That's the trouble.
Hey, let's trade places one weekend.
Okay, great idea. Where do you live, Kim?
I live in an apartment downtown.
Oh, that's convenient.
Did you want me to repeat it? Okay, good, good. Sorry about the noise. I'm sorry. The volume was so loud, and you're wearing your headphones. So, where does Kim live?
No, no, in the apartment downtown.
Downtown. Yeah, that is correct. In an apartment downtown. Where does she complain about? That's right. What does Dan complain about? It's nothing even really. Dan is the person, Kim is the girl, and Dan is the man. Nothing ever really happens where he lives. He lives in the suburbs, no problem. So, what does Kim suggest Dan? In this case, actually, she says, okay, no problem. You go to my house and I go to your house and we change it one day. So let's trade places one weekend. let's trade some places one weekend. Yeah, let's trade places one weekend. So it's going to be okay.
Same the home.
Exactly. Like you're going to go to my apartment and I'm going to go to your apartment. Okay. Very good listening. Very good listening skills. And we're gonna go to the last part and we finish. So city scenes. In many countries around the world, more and more people live in cities which share many characteristics but are also different from country to country. So let's go to Mexico. Let's go Mexico here. Okay, okay. Did you finish?
What is that common grade? Rural areas or rural areas?
Where is it? Rural areas. Areas.
To repeat?
Rural areas. Okay, is good? Did you finish?
Yeah.
Okay, so why can't you tell me about Mexico?
good is about Central Square. That place is very populous, but quite easily they find anything.
That's right. Very good. Japan. So I'm going to read it to you, okay? And then you can read Australia. Japan cities also have a mix of traditional and modern characteristics. There are tall office and apartment buildings, as well as traditional wooden houses. Many people prefer to live near the center of cities, but because houses there are expensive, they often commute from suburbs. Traffic, pollution, and crowds are typical problems. However, there's a little crime, and even very crowded cities have many parks and gardens. So, what can you tell me?
The wooden house is a wood house.
Yes, that is correct, made of wood.
The group, what do you mean?
Where, please? Here?
That's what that.
Crowded? Crowded means basically full of people. For example, Transmilenio is crowded. Yes. Bogota is empty. The opposite of crowded is empty. The opposite of empty is crowded or full. Okay? Good. Let's go with Australia. Yeah, Japan is a very nice country, but it's kind of interesting. Australia. What can you tell me
You
about it?
know Japan? You
No,
know
I'm,
Japan?
I'm actually that is a good destination to be. Have you been to Japan?
You know Japan and Korea.
Ah, Korea. Okay.
Korea maybe the also for the second for the second is Malaysia history.
Yes. Okay, let's go with Australia. Australia. So although okay, great. So I'm here again. What can you tell me about Australia?
Maybe 100% the Australian needs here. Because they have many church, a school, and shopping center. They have many traffic jams. The traffic is too slow. They have good they pay they pay
The,
national así.
okay, good. Yes. Can you hear me there properly? Can you hear me there, Milton? Yes. Can you hear me properly? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can hear you now. Okay, very good. Australia. Australians live near cities. The city is not as large as those in some other countries. Okay, and let's go. Do you have questions? Any questions so far? Okay, let's go with China. This is the last one from China.
Oh, Wuhan. Oh, what happened?
That's right.
moment, I think I put maybe what can say
How to say what? Excuse me?
fly, fly is mosquito. Yeah,
A fly, sí, mosquito, fly, uh-huh.
not fly in a pot or Wuhan
Oh,
because because they know what is the dengue.
oh man, imagine. That is terrible.
What do you mean in that sentence? The full sentence. What do you mean? I confused for me.
Which one? This?
The full sentence. Chinese people is in home.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean?
Variety of homes. Variety means different homes, from modern buildings in cities to bamboo farmhouses.
Okay, if the town is mixed,
In towns, Feng Shui. Feng Shui is a town. Okay, the study of the harmonious alignment of the building.
what do you mean? I don't know what the harmonies.
Yes. Let me show you just right here to you. Excuse me, I couldn't hear you. What's the meaning of harmless, you said? Okay, so the word here is harmless. Okay, okay, so it is here. Just a second. Harm. I don't know what the word. Just sorry, I'm just having some. Okay, just let me check it. Harmless, harmless. Yes, it says here to ensure harmless and alignments. Harmless means basically here like armonía, harmless. Is that the word that you're saying?
Excuse me, I lost a moment. What do you mean? Can you repeat?
Yes, harmless means this one. Armonía, harmless, harmless. An alignment of buildings to ensure harmless living is an important consideration in their architecture. Okay?
Okay, okay. Right. Some system. What is that? What system?
Uh, where?
At work. After subway. A tram system.
Ah, the tram system. Let me show you. That is a sort of transportation, tram.
Ah, but what?
It is not common back here in Colombia. This is a tram system.
Okay, this is a very electric ferry.
Yes, it looks like that. A tram system. We call it usually a tram system, which is not here in Colombia. Tram subway system, which include tram systems, safe and comfortable ferries, and even a rickshaw. Do you know what a rickshaw is? Okay, so it comes a rickshaw. This is a rickshaw. Maybe in Bogota we call it bici taxis. A rickshaw.
Yeah, it's taxi.
Yeah, bici taxi here, by the way. It's called a rickshaw. Or two-wheel vehicle pulled by one person. But if the person is pulled, si la está pulled by one person, that should be. A two-wheels vehicle pulled by one person. So that is called, you know, that one. A rickshaw, a two-wheel vehicle pulled by one person. Okay, buddy. So what can you tell me about China? Is everything okay? Do you have any questions?
Uh, talking about your China, coronavirus is that from China. Uh,
Yeah, that's right, my friend. That's right. So here we have vocabulary. Let's go. So how do you pronounce this?
sure.
This?
Well,
All right.
with our marketplace,
Yes.
all things
Yes.
well off. Student, commute, commuter, groups,
Crowds. Pronunciation crowds.
out, upright. So,
Yes. Although.
not us. Oh, this is a difficult for me. Recreational.
Recreational. Yes. Recreational facilities. This one.
Traffic jam.
That's right.
Bamboo farmhouse. House.
Houses. Bamboo for houses. Alignment. Furnish.
So,
That's right.
the wheel.
And
Food.
that's right, buddy. So the last exercise. Parks are a popular place. And what is the option here? Let's do this exercise and we finish. What about number 6 for family outings in Mexico?
Okay, yeah. Public housing in Mexico.
Okay, great. Let's go with the other ones. Sydney subway suburbs, excuse me.
Most people live in suburbs. In cities.
Uh, what is
Okay,
it?
have good recreational facilities. That's number 7.
Number 7. Okay. Suburb areas in Australia.
Oh no. Maybe the number B is 4 and the C is 7.
Okay. To travel in Hong Kong commuters. How about use trams and ferries?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, good. There is a little crime. Do you know where the little crime is in the world? How about in Japan?
And
Yes, that is correct. Bamboo farmhouses are. Yes, typical on China, of China.
number 9.
Japanese prefer to.
Have good recreational facilities.
I think it's use trams and ferries maybe. Well, maybe more than one option is possible. Okay, let's continue. Many rural Mexicans.
To Mexico City.
Are far moved to Mexico City. Not many people move to Mexico City. Maybe.
Number 2.
Let me see. Not many people move to Mexico City. In the outdoor marketplaces,
Number
um,
two.
Mexican find everything they need. Yeah, that is correct. Very good. Many rural Mexicans, many rural Mexicans are far away from downtown, maybe. And Japanese prefer to have no. I think there is one that is missing. Live in apartments in Australia. So there suburban areas. Suburban
This
areas
is a lot wrong.
live in apartments in Australia. Look. Okay. Suburban areas. Okay, hold on. Let's do it again, okay? Because we can do it. Okay. So not many people move to Mexico. Okay, in the outdoor markets, Mexicans can
Number two.
find almost everything they need. Okay, many rural Mexicans maybe are far from downtown. I think, for family outgoings. Okay.
Oh, no, no. This is a for Sydney. No.
Okay, let's continue. Japanese prefer to use trams and ferries. Okay. Bamboo farmhouses are typical of China. Yes. There is a little crime in Japan. To travel in Hong Kong, commuters live near downtown, but houses are expensive. Okay, let's continue with this. Suburban areas in Australia are far away from downtown, maybe. Sydney suburbs. Sydney suburbs are. No, I don't know. Let me check. Parks are a popular place. From.
For family outing in Mexico.
Parks. Yeah, that is correct. For family outings in Mexico. Okay, so we have. Let's go with the eraser. Okay. Let's see which one is missing. Sydney suburbs. Sydney suburbs are far from downtown. Yes, they are very. The suburbs in Sydney are very far away from downtown. This is correct. Suburban areas in Australia or Sydney suburbs are live near downtown. Okay, let's see. We have only two. To travel home commuters live downtown, but houses are. And maybe we can use this one here. To traveling Hong Kong commuters live near downtown, but houses are expensive there. Maybe. And live in a apartment in Australia. Well, I think we have to go back again. Let's do it again. Okay, this is lesson. Just a second. I'm going to double check the answers. Just a second. Because more than one options are okay. So I'm going to take a look at the answers here. Not many people move to Mexico. Many marketplaces. Very good. Japanese prefer to. No. Bamboo flowers and from China. There's a little crime in Japan. Travel commute suburban areas. Parks are a popular place for family in Mexico. Okay, good. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are okay. So we need to allocate the other 5. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so what do you think? Next one. Suburban areas in Australia. What do you think the answer is?
Are far from downtown.
Are far from downtown. Okay. Sydney suburbs, but suburban areas in Australia don't know. Hold on, let me see. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure if that's the one. Hold on. Okay, city problems, right? That is the one that we have. Fish. Okay, let me just check the answer right now, and we can just because yeah, really, it's like you can you can basically hold on. City problems. I'm going to check out the answers, and I can go ahead and do that for you. Stand in bed, number 6. Okay, just a minute, please. That is going to be city problems. Immigrants to the United States. Okay, I have it. City problems. Here we go. Next page, next page, next page, next page, next page, next page. Next page. Okay, here we go. Okay, so parks, all over again. So parks are a popular place, number 6, for family outgoings in Mexico. That is correct. Number 2, Sydney suburbs is 8. Sydney suburbs are far from downtown. So this, you were correct. Suburban areas in Australia have good recreational facilities. Okay, this one is correct. Number D. To travel to Hong Kong, commuters use trams and ferries. Yes, this one is the one. Use trams and ferries. So this one is correct. There is a little crime in Japan. That is correct. Bamboo famous are in tropical China. Japanese prefer to live near downtown. Yes, number 4. Come on, it's not going to be difficult, huh? We have to do it. Many rural Mexican is number 10. So let me write this one. Okay, number is going to be number 10. Many rural Mexicans move to Mexico City, and in the outdoor.
Because the number 10 is 5.
Yeah, that's right. and number 5, not many people live in apartments in Australia. Okay, that exercise was even difficult for us. It was complicated, but good. Look, Milton, we did it. We did it, man. We finished. We finished this lesson. Thank you very much for your patience and for your understanding, but it's reading comprehension. It's not about speaking English, it's about reading comprehension. So, thank you very much for your time. And when is your next class?
My partners in the meeting WhatsApp, writing maybe tomorrow, maybe 2 or 3. I don't know. I don't know because I don't know what happened when one and big 10.
Okay, just let me know. Organize, because look, the idea is to have everybody on class, to have Jackie, to have Juan, to have Roger. I mean, no problem. I'm going to send this lesson. Les enviaré esa lección. I'm going to send this lesson. We spent 1 hour and 19 minutes to fix this lesson, but they need to study. Deben estudiar por su cuenta. They need to study for their own, or by their own. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much, and well, God bless you. Have a good weekend. I hope you can enjoy with your family.
Cannot, I'm listening for you.
No, all right. Take care, man. Bye bye. God bless.